Hi, my name's Chief. This is the blog part of the video, but if you don't care about me, you can skip to the actual GOTY list in the description. I've gotten a couple comments that mention my delivery and intonation and ask if I took inspiration from popular online tuber Nero. I love Nero. He's funny, thoughtful, he's smart. I think he's like 6 years older than me, but I wish you were my dad. That's just how I talk. Most of my inspiration isn't really taken from great tubers, just some techniques and philosophies on game reviews. I love the big dogs, Mike Matei and James Rolfe, Nitro Red, Motherfucker Mike, Ross Scott, Joseph Anderson, AVGN, way fucking more than I can list out loud in a reasonable amount of time, but my biggest inspirations are the ones who kinda suck at this. George Wood, Stan Birdman, Mr. Baffa Cake, Still Gaming Lee. The ones who felt such a strong compulsion to create bullshit that they couldn't be stopped and posted small pieces of themselves to be viewed publicly, shame be damned. The shots heard down the street that keep the property values down. That's me now. Fundamentally, the videos I make are no different from those ones where autistic adults hold their plush toys in front of a camera and give them voices. It's just that I show you my video games and not my plush toys. In Receiver 2, when I brought up John V, I wasn't really trying to make fun of him. I acknowledged that I was engaging in Kiwi Farms behavior, but he's a stronger man than me. I've had tamer intrusive thoughts I wouldn't cop to online. And I'm not just talking about swerving into traffic. I started watching Loot a couple years ago, and their videos convey a compassion for games I truly can't match, but until recently their audio quality was kinda dog-ass. There were constant clicks and pops, and something clicked for me. I could do this shit. I don't know how audio or video production work, but neither do these guys, and that doesn't stop them. I'll admit it, my delivery isn't the most engaging. My tone is flat and I fub lines I don't care to re-record, but I don't let that stop me. I can talk about games I love, that I want others to love. I can make videos for people who love games as much as I do. I don't have to play the fucking YouTube algorithm game. I don't have to waste time on bad jokes unless they relate to a point I'm making, and if I fuck up or my reviews suck or if I don't end up getting popular, then so what? Even if I never become a respected game know-abouter, as long as I don't say the N-word, I'll leave behind a better legacy than a quarter of the people in my field. Like a Dragon, Friends to the End. It's a Yakuza game. It adds movement to the RPG battles, which places a lot of emphasis on environmental interactions. You can grab weapons off the ground for an elemental attack boost, or you can close the gap and flank an enemy for regular bonus damage. Later on, you'll unlock combo attacks, which may actually do less damage than a regular attack, so you better think carefully. Instead of Sujimon, I kinda just wanted to play Pokemon, but Dondoko Island clears easy. It's a nice, comfy, crappy 10-hour PS2 game inside this 100-hour-long epic RPG. The story's okay. I wish Kiryu wasn't in it so we can get more Ichiban. My biggest complaint is the same complaint I have about a lot of modern RGG games. They keep making these great games with excellent combat systems, but the visions are so muddied by dog-ass side modes that no attention is given to developing scenarios that challenge players with a good grasp on the systems. The closest they get is with the Amon clan, but it's kind of a crapshoot whether they're a fun fight or not. Listen, I love Like a Dragon. I like Crazy Eats, I like Sujimon, I like Dondoko Island, but what I would like even more than all of those things is a focused game with well-designed combat and a capacity for players to use that combat to its fullest potential. This concept is fundamentally opposed to RGG's design philosophy. They produce slop. Mediocre games with high potential that will never get the dev time they need to succeed at their own concept. Oh well, I like slop. I give the eggs a 5 out of 10. Infinite Wealth features delicious, nutritious eggs straight from the hen, but I question the ethics of leaving these chickens to wander the streets. Egg Squeeze. An intuition test disguised as a video game. Egg Squeeze is exactly what it sounds like. You squeeze an egg until you think you're about to crush it, and then you let go. If you didn't break the egg, you'll gain money towards the level's end goal, and you'll get a new egg. On the flip side, if you crush the egg, you'll lose money, and the level will take longer. Egg Squeeze is a very simple game mechanically, but there are a few widgets that appear in the final level that you can use to predict how long your next egg will last. I didn't fall in love with it, but I appreciate just how fucking weird it is, and its atmosphere is stellar. The eggs are a 7 out of 10. Unfortunately, because of how easy it is to break them, I had to dock a couple points. Mooncat. Mooncat is just one of 50 games in UFO 50, but I'm picking it as representative of my 5 favorites for expediency. A chill, dreamlike platformer with an odd control scheme and a variety of levels. Mooncat doesn't do anything particularly noteworthy apart from the control scheme, but it's still a solidly built platformer with a few different endings. Each ending features a different egg, and with 3 endings, that's 3 different eggs. 9 out of 10. Thronefall. A tower defense strategy game by Grizzly Games about protecting your tiny village of blue guys from the local red populations. Each day begins with a player receiving a big fucking bunch of coins to spend on buildings for either greater defenses or even more currency. More traditional tower defense games give players complete control over which towers to build and where they're built, but Thronefall reins in player choice to provide more structured levels. You can only build on nodes, and each node only supports one type of building. Archer towers, barracks, archery ranges, houses, that kind of shit. Most buildings have a few different variants to choose from when being built. With 4 choices per tier that can each stack with each other, that's a lot of options to try out. And with only 2 tiers on archery towers, it never really gets overwhelming. This game is just really easy to play. Everything responds quickly to your inputs, load times are fast, the simple art style is easy to look at. If you experience time blindness, I absolutely cannot recommend this game. It is really fun, but unfortunately the lake monster gives live birth, and without any eggs, Thronefall is banned from GOTY 2024. Web Fishing, a cute, comfy fishing game built into a chat room. You can otherwise gamble, explore, and fish while hanging out with others who just want to do the same. It's a really nice, relaxing experience with friends. You can dress up your little guy and show off your clothes and upgrade your rods. The only thing I could ask for is more. More body types, more fish, more environments. A stock market would go crazy, but I believe this game only has one programmer, so I'll keep a lid on my expectations. My only real complaint was that the frame rate was kind of dog shit, but I haven't played it in a month, so they might have fixed that in a patch. It was never bad enough to ruin the experience. The fishing minigame isn't very demanding, and it's the closest thing the game has to action gameplay, but it's still bothersome enough to point out. You can't fish a bro, so the only eggs in this game are the people playing. 4 out of 10. Tactical Breach Wizards. I think Twizzards is qualitatively the best game to come out this year. It knows exactly what it wants to do and it succeeds flawlessly. Every ability is useful, every encounter is considered, and every costume fucking drips. But it loses points for vibes. I prefer my mentally ill protagonists to be a bit more misanthropic. The characters in Twizzards are always quick with a quip, which gets tiresome after a while, but if you like that kind of shit, it's just all the more reason to play this one. Even accounting only for gameplay, Twizzards is still one of my favorite games of this year. Unfortunately, Gen is already out, and without any eggs, Twizzards is banned from GOTY 2024. You are Peter Shorts. A power copy Metroidvania about a silly Billy who gets kidnapped and cloned by a mysterious agency for his simple DNA. Peter needs to beat the fuck out of all of his clones and use their powers to destroy the facility and escape with his lives. It's a really solid Vania with great music and a fun gimmick, but the only way to use eggs as far as I know is to play as the Little Brother Player 2 character, and my little brothers live out of state. 3 out of 10. Yoke Heroes, A Long Time Ago is a surprisingly egg-light pet sim by 14 Hours Productions about helping a fairy raise a child into a true hero, all the way from protecting the egg to guiding a full-grown warrior. Along the way, your pet child will train, eat, sleep, shit, and explore a variety of locations to beat down a variety of freaks. Every time you clear an island, your hatchling is retired to make space for a new egg, with a new class for flavor, and the process starts again. I think Yoke Heroes has just the right amount of interactivity for an idle game. You can either watch as your guy fulfills cute actions slowly, or you can pitch in and participate in the minigames to cut down on some time spent. The egg is a major part of the game narratively, but it's only on screen for about 2 minutes at a time before it hatches, and you won't see another for at least a few days depending on how fast you play. 6 out of 10. Arctic Eggs, a funny egg flipping simulator that mines a lot of gameplay out of a very simple mechanic. Your goal is to walk around and feed the local freaks some delicious eggs in order to atone for some shit you did, I don't know. All of them have custom orders with shit like cigarettes you have to avoid burning out or tins of anchovies you have to pop open before frying. My favorite are the guns that shoot your food out of the pan. The writing is what you're really here for. Talking to all the NPCs and hearing the weird shit they have to say is the real treat, and your true reward for feeding them is more dialogue. It's very comforting to explore a hellscape with armed soldiers standing guard everywhere while the people in it are just trying to chill out. Arctic Eggs features a large quantity of eggs and a wide array of sides so you never get sick of them. 10 out of 10. That's it. I played a couple more games this year, like Metaphor and Arranger and Under a Star-Long Cold, but I didn't really connect with them like the rest of these games. Don't misconstrue the egg thing as my being a woman or whatever. My egg cracked years ago, but instead of a chick, it was one of those monitor lizards that sneaks into birds' nests.